Hello. It's wonderful to see you all here. And in this session, we are going to talk about future orientation in projects and the implications that this future orientation has to the management of projects. So the message here would be that when we manage a project, we should have a sight towards the future at the completion of the project and at the completion of the end product that is going to be there forever after the project. Another message here is that the project, any project, changes the world permanently. So the world is different after the completion of the project, and there is something after the project that wasn't there before the start of the project. Okay, let's consider that we are here. Time now. This is our current point of time where we live now. And in the future, we would like to have a certain kind of a complex system made. This is future. And I draw here a kind of a factory that we have here. But actually, the fact is that we don't have that yet here. So what we must do, we must establish a project. And when we are managing the project, we must continuously look towards the completion of the project and make sure that we really are having this kind of an end product at the end of the project. And after the completion of the project, we have a long-term operations phase where the complex system that we built in the project is going to create value to various stakeholders during the long life after the completion of the project. So next I'm going to raise three different perspectives of how projects can be seen and how the future orientation takes place in those perspectives. The first perspective is projects as activities or phases that take a kind of a path towards the end product. And when we are managing projects as activities and phases, we must report and consider continuously the future at any point of time that we are into during the project life cycle. So we are reporting, we are analyzing and considering the kind of end product and how it is going to be achieved. And we are not so much concerned about the costs or activities that we have already accomplished. Of course, it's important that we have accomplished something, but it's more important that we safeguard the result of the project, the kind of end product of the project, and that it will be right in the future. Then projects as product structures or work structures, that is another important perspective. You must remember that the end product actually was the only reason why the project was ever started here. It is the only reason why the project was started. And that means that when we are managing the project, we must continuously report, evaluate, estimate the actual end product and its structure, and it is right, and we must adjust it. So again, we will have our sight to the future at the completion of the project. Another perspective, the third perspective of a project, is project as a temporary organization. And when we are managing the project team or the project organization, we must ensure that people would really consider the future and not be so much caught up of considering the current problems, the past, what we have done, and so on. But people should have their sight to uncertainties, opportunities, risks that there are in the future. And also making sure the organization should make sure that we really accomplish what we should accomplish at the completion of the project. So I provided 3 perspectives of how a project can be seen, and I also emphasized the future orientation in a project and its management. The product structure is rather important, and we should continuously consider the product structure of the end product and report towards the future, the product structure and how it will be accomplished, and not so much looking in the rear mirror. When considering projects as activities or phases, we should really consider evaluating and reporting the remaining work that there is to achieve the end product, and not so much looking back at the rear mirror. And when looking a project as a temporary organization, we should really consider the future, and with the project team, with the sub-projects and so on, the people in sub-projects, we should consider the future and the achievement of what we are up to achieve at the completion of the project. This actually is not so much used in the kind of a standard production, where we more or less have the processes that we already have been conducting when we are in the kind of a repetitive production of doing standard products. And actually it is more easy to look back and adjust a little bit what we already have in the past. But in projects we really don't have that. Projects are unique and we must continuously look towards the future. Okay, another message here was that project changes the world, and there will be a kind of a permanently different world after the completion of the project. Okay, any questions? Okay, see you in the next session. Thank you.